Well, they want his hide. If I know them engines, they'll take it off him while he's still living. Skinned alive? There's an ungodly silence. No man could stand it. One of their own men skinned alive. It isn't human. If they give him up, they'll be just as guilty of torture as them engines, and they're supposed to be civilized.
There ain't no real proof they're tied, did it?
Even if he's guilty, we can't let them engines do that.
Well, if we don't give him up, what will happen?
Jim Farley looks at the faces around him and then back to George.
We're innocent.
I guess you know this means war.
All right, then we'll fight.
Now, it don't take many of them engines to make hash of us. You folks ain't used to fighting. Them fellas been at it since they're in their cradle. George is looking at Jim from under his shaggy eyebrows.
We can't let anybody be tortured to death. We'll fight. Tell that engine we'll fight.
When George tells the engine throws down a war spear and rides off to tell the big chief. War. Just a handful of whites against the dreaded Sioux Indians. But there ain't time to think about that. They got a fight in their hands and they better do something about it quick.
The extra guns and ammunition are down in Frank's wagon. Better hurry, men. There's not much time.
They'll take enough time to put their war paint on unless they've already done it.
We'll push them wagons closer together and make a barricade between each one so they can't get in the middle.
The camp is suddenly a swarm. Everybody's hurrying around. Frank handing out guns. Kids scared to death and hanging onto their mother's skirts. Women trying to get their kids in the wagon so they won't get hurt. And men taking places beneath the wagon and behind the barricades. Then, far off somewhere, you hear the quick beat of a tom-tom.
Take positions, men. They're coming in swarms of them from the hills.
The men are ready, crouched low behind the wagons. Guns are cocked to be fired at a moment's notice. You can see them coming right fast, whooping and yelling at the top of their lungs. And the battle is on. Round and round, the circle they ride. Engine ponies every color of the rainbow. Running full speed, kicking up the dust. Guns are blazing from the wagons. Engines shooting arrows as fast as they can scream. Then comes a curdling scream from one of the wagons.
Do what you can for it. Keep to your posts, the rest of you.
They're trying to pull the area out, just let it on through. Suddenly there's a lull and the Indians have disappeared just as fast as they came. Everybody's surprised but relieved. Best you not leave your post. Them engines will be back. Jim goes over to look at June.
She's bad off, Mr. Farley. She's been losing a lot of blood. You gotta do something, Mr. Farley.
We'll call Jane over here. She can take care of her. There's others to look after, too. Frank, how's the ammunition hold now? Hey, we got a bit left, Jim. We can hold them off for a while anyway. You men, come get an extra supply of ammo before you get back here.
Why, them whites as greenhorns and them engines have been fighting all their lives. They're hemmed in, too. They might start out in hopes of getting out of here, but them redskins would pick them off like flies. They've got to have more men. Maybe there's a chance that a scout could get out to get help.
Slim, get on your horse and ride. Now ride like hell. Head for Port Laramie and tell them we need help. And God, man, ride. Get going or we're done for here. Gotta have help.
Jim, us women folk can handle a gun.
No, Jane. You're needed with the children or the wounded.
Well, what help will that be if we're all massacred?
Oh, all right. Then tell them to get a gun from Frank. Hurry.
Jane calls the other women. Clyde watches them getting their guns.
They can't fight. They might get hurt. They're for us men, but women?
There's Kate putting bullets in a gun. Kate, what if she'd be...
Mr. Farley, you can't let them women fight.
Why not? They've got a right to defend themselves, and we need every gun we can get.
There was Kate sighting down the barrel. Nothing must happen to Kate. Nothing must happen to Kate. Nothing must happen to Kate.
Mr. Farley, I killed that squaw.
Why didn't you speak up while we still had a chance?
I was scared, I guess. But them women will get killed.
Oh, so will a lot of others. If you're so concerned for the women, go help them.
He gives Clyde an angry shove. The rest of the men had been listening and began to argue among themselves. Why not give him up?
It's the best way out.
It sure saved our skins.
And to see him tortured that way, I'd rather die with my skin on. Get back to your post, man.
There's a rapid tom-tom beat again. The Indians are coming back. Men run to their places and crouch at the post watching the Indians.
They're crazy. I didn't either. I did see JC. No, I recognize the horse.
Then a flaming brand comes whipping in low into one of the wagons.
Fire, get them kids out of there and dump it over and say what you can.
Women are still shooting as they try to put out the blaze. To the west side of the circle, Clyde's talking to Kate. Suddenly, he kisses her and ducks out between the wagons. Kate just stands there watching him.
Sit down, girl. You'll get killed. Get back.
Kate just keeps looking off at something beyond the circle of wagons. All of a sudden, the whooping dies down, and the Indians begin to gather in a group off to the west. The arrows are quick flying, and slowly the guns stop shooting. Jim Farley raises up to get a better view. Then everybody dashes over beside Kate to see what's going on.
What happened? Why did they stop?
Clyde gave himself up. Just ran after her, made the right way. Ran out into them.
What? Gave himself up? Walked right out into them. Poor devil knew that they couldn't blast it out. It took a brave man to do that, but he sure saved their necks. Couldn't they do something? Nope, it's too
Neither
late
one of them
now.
were there that time.
They're taking them away.
Neither one of them were there that
What
time.
if they get one taste of blood and one more? They're savages. They'll be back and massacre the whole train. There ain't anything they can do for Clyde now, but they have to get out of here if they want to save their own skins.
But we can't just leave like this without trying to help.
We can't tell you that now. We gotta get out of here while they're still busy with it. If we can get out of sight of them, maybe they won't be so apt to come back for more. Now, if we hit the road hard, we might be in Fort Laramie by tomorrow.
But Slim's bringing back help.
We don't even know if Slim got through or not. We gotta get out of here.
So in panic, they decide to leave. The men start hitching up the horses. They're so scared their fingers are trembling they can hardly work. Some of the women have fixed the bed for June, so she'll have it easier riding now when the bleeding stops. They better hurry. Hurry before them Indians come back.
Hurry up with the teams, man.
Please, don't leave. We have to help him.
Hurry, hurry, the whips crack. Hurry, teams break into a run. Running wildly over the prairie to safety at Fort Laramie. Running past those blue-black buttes, leading Clyde to a horrible death at the foot of the Rawhide Buttes.